after transferring that money, I was planning my way to my first million. They say within 2 hours, you get 300%. I was broke. I had to go get money from one of my sisters where she keeps her money. I just had to borrow from her. I literally started saying myself, okay, he's going to send me 3x of this. So the 10,000 is going to become 30,000. So I planned, once he sends it, I'm going to roll over, do 30,000 to 90K. I was calculating the number of rollovers I'm going to do till I get a million. 2 hours later, no message. Automatically, the clock started going slower than it ought to. There's something about being scammed. You don't want to tell anybody. I tried to reach out. The person blocked me. That moment, it dawned on me. What's going on, guys? It's SamKeys here again. And this is another episode on the 1% Club podcast with SamKeys. On this episode, it's a little different. I'm going to be the one being interviewed. I know you've been looking at a lady here and wonder, oh, who's this fine lady we have here? Anyways, she's my interviewer and she goes by the name of Vanessa Chilambe from Mozambique. Good to have you on the podcast.
Thank you for having me, Sam.
All right. So guys, if you're new to the channel and you want to see more videos like this video, comment your name and where you're watching from. And also let us know your best takeaway from this episode while you watch to the end. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. With all that said, let's get started.
So Sam, we know you to be one of the biggest traders in Africa. What got you into trading?
What literally got me into trading was losing money to scammers. I remember in December of 2018, that was my 400 level in the university while I was studying computer engineering. I went back home in Lagos and I was broke because I had lost a lot of money to some online schemes after MMM of 2016, 2017. So I invested money in 2017 to another organization that said they're going to give you 50% of your money after 1 month.
And that's all they always catch.
That's the thing. They said they invest the money in Forex Trading and cryptocurrency. So I was in school then. I didn't know what it was. So I just gave my money. The first month, it gave me profit. The next month, I rolled over everything. And that month, nothing came back. So that's how it had been. In 2018, when I got home during one of the holidays we had in school, I was broke to the core. Like I literally have 5,000 naira left in me. Currently, 5,000 naira is about $3.
Which is rare.
That's what I had left on me.
Wow.
So I was on Instagram and there was this guy on Instagram. They say it's flip cash, that they will flip your money. Within 2 hours, you get 300%,
Over promising a final scam.
Absolutely. The crazy thing about it is these guys know the psychology of people's minds. They have the testimonials, they have screenshots of conversation. Thank you. They had the money, all those things in their page. So you literally think this is a real thing.
They crafted so well.
They crafted it very well. Then I had just 5,000 naira left in me. And the minimum they were doing then was like 50,000 naira. That's literally about $30 in 2025 rate. So I begged this guy and he said, okay, he's going to do 10,000. So I had to go get money from one of my sisters where she keeps her money. I just had to borrow from her.
Nice loan to take.
Right, I borrowed from her. So I got the money. I went to deposit into my bank. Then I transferred to the guy. Literally, after transferring that money, I was planning my way to my first million. I literally started saying myself, okay, he's going to send me 3x of this. So the 10,000 is going to become 30,000. Within 2 hours. So I planned, okay, once he sends it, I'm going to roll over, do 30,000 to 90K. So I was calculating the number of rollovers I'm going to do till I get a million and I'm going to opt out. 2 hours later, no message.
That's why you start to panic.
I started looking at the clock and I'm like, what's going on? Automatically, the clock started going slower than it ought to. Then I tried to reach out, the person blocked me. And that moment, it dawned on me. There's something about being scammed. You don't want to tell anybody. Because when you started, you didn't tell anybody. That secret stayed with me. And finally, in January 2019, I saw an advert. They were talking about Forex Trading Masterclass. And I'm like, okay, what is this Forex Trading all about? I've been scammed. I've lost money to it. Let me go and find out what this is all about. So in January 2019, I went to a Forex seminar somewhere in Ikeja, Lagos. And in the room there, I saw somebody, his name is Owolabi. Yeah. Then in the company, it was a network marketing company in IML. That guy was chairman 10. He was earning like $10,000 a month. He was so composed, like very fat and huge. And like
the big
boys, This was me literally seeing people make money, like rich people. That's the first time I was in a different environment where people were talking money. and you can see somebody that made money. And also they brought the testifiers. Somebody came, he said he just joined yesterday and he funded $200. Now look at his account. The MT5 is about 230. Somebody who has been helping them trade. So people came sharing their testimonies, and that way I saw Forex trading like this is something legitimate that I want to do. That literally led me to trading. Cut the story short, September of that 2019. Remember, I went to the seminar in January. September, I enrolled in the academy. I found out it's more of a network marketing platform than the actual trading, but they had the education. So I focused on the education. I learned how to trade, and I also learned how to teach from the videos that I had there. And literally that is how I started, and that's what got me into Forex trading.
And it really showed that education is super important when it comes to trading. And how do you support now the new generation of traders?
Okay, when I joined the academy, I figured out that what was being celebrated was the network marketing part. And I checked my network. I was in my final year in university, Michael Okpara University of Agriculture, Umudike in Abia State, Nigeria. And the people in my circle, they couldn't afford $275 to enroll for a month program. When it comes to my network, it was zero. I couldn't network to those people. I tried the first month. The second month, I saw it wasn't working. Everybody I pitched to, no one was enrolling because they couldn't afford it. They liked me because I'm SamKeys.
Of course.
I just said, okay, you know what? I will teach you guys. So I did my first coaching program, because prior to that in school, I was teaching music, piano, and so on. And I did my first Forex coaching for 1,000 Naira per month. It's less than $1 right now. It's
affordable.
Yeah, very affordable, 80 cents. I had 17 people. I can remember very well. I had 17 people I taught in that program. This was happening in December. So I was like, okay, how am I going to be keeping track so that I don't lose these videos? Because I would teach them on Zoom and I would record every of those classes. I said, where can I put these videos? Then I thought about YouTube, and I opened a YouTube channel December. So I was like, what am I going to call my organization of traders? I started thinking. I remember that December, I was coming from town in Abia State. I was going back to school. And I was really thinking, one thing about life is if you can think deep enough, you always get solutions. You always get answers. You just need to subject yourself to an environment where you can think deep. So while we're driving down, I heard in my ears, Freedom Tradehouse. It was just connected together. There was a Tradehouse in the US, one of the network marketing companies, the team, the Thompson family, they had the Tradehouse LLC. That was their own organization in the network marketing company. So I was trying to say, what am I going to do? Let's just merge a few things together. When I heard Freedom Tradehouse, there was no argument. I didn't even think in too much. I didn't try to analyze. I knew that was it. And now Freedom Tradehouse is known globally. Freedom Tradehouse was born, and we started posting more of those videos. I had my YouTube channel, so I started educating people. And that is how we grew to the first 1,000 subscribers in October 2020.
Wow.
Literally, what I was doing was teaching people what I know and what the market was revealing to me.
And for creators, it's not easy to grow to 1,000 subscribers.
It's not easy. The first 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, it's not easy. Even your friends will not subscribe to your channel. I'm telling you the gospel truth. The people you think who knows you, who like you,
Who will support
you, they won't.
Yeah.
We grew from 17 subscribers. It started growing in May when I started teaching about some other strategies using the MT5. And that was it. The next year, 2021, we had our first 10,000 subscribers.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yes. And I was like, okay, let's do a landing. Let's take these guys to Telegram. So 2022, we had 20,000.
Wow.
So every year we was just adding 10,000. So we started the community. I'm like, okay, this is becoming a business for me. It's becoming a job. And after school, I didn't need to look for a job. I didn't need to look for anything. I just focused on my entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah, you created your own job, your own space.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the people already know that as well.
Absolutely. So that is how I give back to the community. I believe education is everything.
It is.
It is everything. Literally, education is everything. And I'm glad that I started this journey when I did. I literally started trading at the age of 24. Not like some people we know who started much younger.
So you're not 24?
And I'm not 24. I'm pretty older now.
You look young.
I look young, right? Oh, you thought I was 24.
Not 24 though.
In Nigeria, we say I don't cast myself.
Not 24 though, but yeah.
Yeah, I work out, I eat good, I watch my weight, a couple of things, and now I have money, so. I must look younger.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So that's the thing about my journey, educating people. Look at where we are right now. And starting at the age of 24 is one of the things that made me tell people you are never too late to start working on your finances.
I agree with you. And we can even see that now a lot of people that are even below the age of 18 already try to start trading. But disclaimer, 18 and above.
18 and above, yes, 18 and above. Never too late. Warren Buffett, I think he made the most amount of his money after the age of 60. So you're never too late. So if you want to start Forex trading, you can start right now from where you are and with what you currently have. And in addition to that, I figured out that the skills I had before the age 24, they all contributed to who I am right now. For example, I am one of the creators that have the best quality content for Forex trading out there. I know that we check all my videos and all this came from what I learned before Forex trading.
And you started somewhere. That's what people sometimes forget. They see the end product, but they forget that it was a journey.
It was a journey. It was a journey. So start where you are, you'll get to where you want to be.
Now I just wanted to understand, what do you see being your future now that you've established yourself as a trader? Do you see investing in different areas, or do you see yourself continuing in this journey as a trader?
Okay, that's a very good question at this time. We just concluded Abia Forex Expo. It was the biggest finance conference in Southeast Nigeria.
And congratulations to your team. I saw that.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. And I'm currently in my post-expo era. And later also, I celebrated my 30th.
Oh, nice. Oh, now we know.
Now you know. I celebrated my 30th birthday. So I'm in a new phase of my life and also in a new phase of my business. And we've made a mark in Abia State, currently mentoring hundreds of people on Forex trading. I see Forex trading as a means to an end, not the end itself. So I'm going to continue trading for the next 10 years, that's a decade and so on. I'm going to grow into more of an investor. I'm going to grow into hedge, where we'll manage people's funds and people manage my own money too. But that is one end. I figure out that the end point of every investment that we make falls into real estate. Like real estate is where your money lives after you. So at this point, I'm literally now going fully into real estate to add up to my Forex trading journey. More reasons was like we are currently in Cape Town and people travel from different countries, from different regions of the world to visit Cape Town. It wouldn't have been like that if people didn't do real estate.
No, definitely. And the real estate market here is really...
Absolutely. That is what I started thinking about. Is that, okay, with all the money we're going to be making from Forex, the liquid money, like the digital money, the best thing we can do to impact our generation and the generations beyond is planting those money into the ground, creating real estate, things that our children, students are going to see and they keep benefiting from that. And I think that is part of the reason why my company's name is Freedom Tradehouse.
You're creating freedom in every aspect, not just in trading.
Absolutely. So talking about my future, I'm going to be one of the big real estate mogul. I have plans already of things that I want to do for my country and also beyond my country. And I love cars. So we're looking at having the car shows, stuff like that. I'm going to have some companies like SamKeys just going to be a serial entrepreneur. Owning a lot of things. That's where we're going.
And I'm pretty sure you've motivated a lot of people back home.
Yeah, I have, especially musicians.
Oh yes, you also do. Look at all these talents. That is scary.
Absolutely. I forgot to add, we're going to open something that has to do with music.
So like a music school?
Yeah, a music school. We're going to have a music school. We're going to have a recording label to help the upcoming guys, It's coming. You guys will see it. It's going to unfold. I don't want to say everything here.
He does everything, guys. There's nothing this man does not do.
Absolutely. We're going to do all of that. So talking about motivating people, yes, my story does so. I position myself. I tell people my story. I tell people about me.
Yeah.
This is who I am. If it can happen for me, it can happen for anybody.
And what advice would you give to those that are struggling right now, whether it's due to the psychology part of trading or maybe even just trying to get an income to actually invest in trading? Like, what advice would you give?
Okay, the best advice is find a mentor. A mentor is someone who knows the way, goes the way, and is willing to show you the way at a price. Get a mentor because he's going to help you avoid the mistakes that a lot of beginners, a lot of struggling traders, a lot of people who think they can do it all by themselves. He's going to help you to avoid lots of those mistakes. Then after you got a mentor, you need to figure out what works for you. As our faces are different, so is our psychology. And the only way you can find out what works for you as a Forex trader is by journaling.
Which is key.
Now, listen to this. Journaling helps you to study you. When you read people's books, you learn about them. You learn about their inspiration, their sources of inspiration, about what they've been through. So you're learning about other people. But when you journal, you're writing about yourself so that in the future you can come and learn about yourself. You can come and learn about your experience.
And sometimes it's good to have that reminder to go back and know that, okay, I'm facing these emotions. Oh, actually, I've faced this before and this is how I solved it before. It's a good reference point.
Absolutely. It's a good reference point. So as a Forex trader, learn to journal, get a notebook. I have mine. There are new situations I face in the financial market that I go back to my journal and start writing them down. And another way you can journal is to have Telegram channels that only you belong to. You take screenshots of your trades and then you put captions to it. This is what happened.
I used to do that with the gym, my gym workouts, just to keep myself accountable.
Absolutely. It literally works. So that takes me to the next thing, which is accountability and management. It's one thing to be good at Forex trading. It's another thing to be financially free and also wealthy. You cannot achieve that without accountability and management. So you need to learn how to give account of your cash flow, how you spend your money, and also give account of your own self. Then in addition to that, you need to be a good manager. You need to know how to manage your resources. You need to learn how to get a plan for a long term.
And manage your risk as well.
And also manage your risk. In trading, we talk about risk management. You learn how to manage your risk. With these few points of line, you're going to do good.
I think so. So Sam, I think this has been a really good interview and I enjoyed spending this time with you as well with the big SamKeys.
Thank you so much. Now I'm going to shift tables. Let me interview her quickly. So this is Vanessa and she is from Mozambique. She speaks Portuguese.
Exactly.
I told her to teach me Portuguese, but till today, nothing yet.
At least try obrigado.
Yeah, obrigado.
Obrigado.
So Vanessa, tell us a little about your trading journey. What inspired you to get into Forex trading? And just give us something, say something about your trading journey.
My journey, well, it started a bit differently. People get shocked when they find out what I actually majored in. By degree or by way of study, I actually majored in architecture, which is the complete opposite of finance, right? But I also come from a country where opportunities might seem like they're many, but they're not. Especially in the field that I work in, we compete a lot with civil engineers that charge services for less. So going back home after university, I struggled a lot to get a job. It took me more than a year. Some websites even said you've reached the limit of application for me to try. So I tried to understand, okay, what else can I do other than just sticking to where I am and sticking to my field? And I came across Xness. At the time, I didn't know it was Xness. I didn't know it was the platform. And they were looking for people that spoke my language, that spoke Portuguese. And I had no experience whatsoever in trading. I had no experience in the field. Finance, that's not me. I was a very creative person. But when I saw the opportunity, I said, I'm not shy to learn.
Absolutely.
And I didn't sleep. I stayed day in, day out, learning all that I could about trading. Of course, not in the practical way at the moment. I was more of the theoretical part. I wanted to understand a bit more about that. And I didn't sleep. My mom would knock on my door. It's like, aren't you going to come eat? I said, I am not going to sleep until I get into this company. And I didn't know the size of Xness. I didn't know if it was a big company, but I was hungry. I wanted that opportunity. And if it comes knocking on your door, you're going to take it. So I started to find interest in that. I was like, okay, wait, there's a possibility of making money online. But that also triggered my memory because I remembered that my brother actually had begun his trading journey as well. Yes, so he invested in the stock market. And I remember one day he came back with an iPad. iPads were still a thing in that period, right? And I was like, how did you do that? He's like, just by trading. And I'm just seeing these chart movements. Wow. Like, actually, it's been around me. I just didn't know what it was. So getting into Xness, getting to learn about the product and the services, I saw that this is actually a way to make money and this can change so many lives. And even though I started as a customer support agent, my goal was to bring trading home to Mozambique. And I'm so happy that I got to do that.
Awesome.
Yes, and we've changed many lives as well. And everywhere we go in Mozambique, I'm pretty sure they already know Xness, they know our brand. Trading has changed completely. Just like in any country in Africa, it was stigmatized, but we changed that perspective.
Wow. That's amazing. That's literally amazing. And I'm so excited to be on this podcast with you. People literally learn from my story and also your story as well. So before we wrap it up on this video, what's your own advice to anybody who want to start Forex trading out there?
So my advice would be, firstly, like we mentioned here, education. That's the most important thing. Get a mentor as well. Don't be shy. I know that people have this thing that, oh, if I have to pay for a course, I have to pay for a mentor, my mentor is benefiting. But the truth is, They took that route that you didn't. They went through that struggle and through that journey so that they could provide you this service at a fee. So I say get a mentor and also learn to manage your emotions. I think majority of it comes down to emotions. We work with traders on a daily, and I can tell you, you can have the most amount of money, you can have the most skill, but if you don't know how to manage your emotions, there's only so much the market can do for you.
Sure.
So learn how to manage your emotions, know when to stop as well. Don't overtrade. Speaking from the things that we see on a daily, the market is always there.
Right.
Money will always come, as they say.
Absolutely.
So that would be my advice. Focus on managing risk, your psychology. Oh, these are key.
That's great. Guys, it's been quite a very expository session on this episode of the podcast. I want to know in the comments your best takeaway so far from this video. Also, I'm going to be putting in the description of this video the social media handles to our one and only Vanessa. Please just tell them, how do they follow you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram under Vanessa_Chilambe, same on TikTok, and on my humble YouTube page as well. I'm still starting off from where SamKeys was, but all under the name of Vanessa Chilambe.
Oh, thank you so much. So you guys want to give her a follow and you want to connect with her, especially those of you that are in Mozambique. Okay, with all that said, we're going to be drawing the curtain for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
having me.
You're the pleasure.
Yes. So until I come your way next time, my name is SamKeys, and I'm always here to help. Bye for now.